Hi, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And we are well into the first week of July 2020. And if you are on Facebook or looking at the news, you might be a little bit distressed or dismayed about all the things that you see going on in the world, whether that be protests, riots, things with Black Lives Matter, being called a racist, statues getting pulled down, all that kind of stuff. And I get to hear about it because my husband loves to tell me about these things. And it's a wonderful abundance challenge for me. What's an abundance challenge? Well, an abundance challenge is any obstacle that comes our way to grow us to the next stage of our spiritual evolution. So even though I don't necessarily choose to watch the news, I do ask Spirit, let me know if there's something that is in my role to heal as a healer. So I do get to get bite-sized pieces of what's going on in the world because of my husband, bless him. So I have great news though, and here's the thing. I've been tracking the light score, if you will, of humanity and mass consciousness. Or other people call it the collective unconscious. And not that long ago, it was not that great. You know, the average light score of the average American was in the 40s way back when, and this is before Donald Trump was elected as president. But interestingly, and I'm not taking credit for it necessarily, I'm just talking about all of us in this collective, you light warriors out there, the highly sensitive souls, those that are really committed to bringing world peace and joy by doing that within and then spreading that without. Our light score has increased. And why is that important? Well, here's the thing. Light score is the alignment with the divine, the divine light. There's also a love score and a truth score, but we won't get into that today. So our light score as all of humanity and mass consciousness has been increasing. Now, every day I do healings on the whole world, the planet, Gaia, the sun, mass consciousness, all of humanity, the pyramids of power, whatever, I'm called to do. I do that every morning at night, as well as, members of my family who gives me permission to do auto healing on them and my godchild. And, excuse me. And what's fascinating is that light score is increasing. And what I am told, or what I understand from my conversations with Source, is that when that light score hits 80 and maintains above 80, then we're really going to see a really different reality. And remember, the media shows you what it wants to show you to manipulate your emotions. And that's just how it is. It's always been like that for a very, very long time. And so if you're not aware of that you're being manipulated, here I am to tell you that you're being manipulated. So here's the thing is, the news is there to get a rise out of you. And why is that? Because when you go into fear, when you get a rise, that is some energy that you're bringing up. And this energy can be sucked from you. Not that long ago, I did an energy healing on all of humanity where energy suckers were actually dissolved and uncreated. And that's the other piece of good news as well. So hopefully that will help you in your space and your, place in the world. So as our light score increases, what happens is that in the quantum reality of things, there are infinite possibilities of future realities. The level of our consciousness and our light scores, if you will, helps to choose which quantum stream of reality we prefer and are experiencing. So if you wish to experience more peace, joy, love in the world, then it's really important for you and me to actually embody and feel and see that new reality manifest already in the now. That is how we truly pray. Now, I didn't learn this kind of prayer in church per se. I learned it later, but I got to tell you, it's so effective. And it's so effective that you can change the weather. If it's for the highest and greatest good. We've stopped hurricanes. We've stopped rain on somebody's wedding. I mean, the list goes on, moved tornadoes. I mean, all sorts of things. So you are that powerful. So if you and I continue focusing our energies and our joy and our peace and our love, picturing scenes in the future of how our future reality is together in peace, we are more likely going to be experiencing, whoops, there's my phone, sorry, experiencing more of what we do desire in that new quantum reality, that new quantum stream, if you will, that we can jump to, rather than continuing on one that we do not desire. Is it possible that there is a second wave of COVID-19 coming? It's possible for sure, but you also have to understand. Now, remember, I mean, if you don't know me, I'm a medical doctor, and I did an undergrad degree in biochemistry. So, when we looked at population statistics, public health, how they get, these numbers, things like that, if you are testing more of the population, you are going to see more cases, right? There are more test kits now for COVID-19 than there were previously in previous months, like in February or March or April or May even, right? So there's more test kits. It's more available. I can walk down the street, well, sort of, a couple miles down the street and get tested. So there's more people getting tested. So of course you're going to see more COVID-19. But here's the thing. If you really want to be a stickler for stats, you would look at COVID-19 deaths, right? But then people say, well, that's not really accurate because they're calling other deaths COVID-19 and labeling them. I know. But I just want you to see the bigger picture here. There should be a second wave, meaning not a second wave necessarily of more cases of COVID, but there's a second wave of more cases of people getting tested that will be positive for COVID. And here's the thing, is the PCR test isn't all that accurate. The specificity is pretty low. It's like, in my estimation when talking to guys, like 73%, which means that there's a lot of non-COVID cases that are getting tested as positive COVID cases, and so on and so forth. And so here's the thing, don't be afraid of the second wave, third, whatever it is, okay? Because there are powers that be that do want you to be afraid. So there's a great meme out there. It says there's two ways to look at fear. F-E-A-R. Forget everything and run, or face everything and face everything and rise. There we go. Face everything and rise, which I love. I love that. So as you imagine your new reality, and as I imagine my new reality, I know that that is my primary responsibility, even as a healer, is to keep seeding that quantum realm, that creative, the seed of all creation, with the manifestation that I desire, and focus more on that. Now, people say, well, is it wrong to, prepare, whether it be guns or bug out bags or extra food or whatever? It's not wrong. Just remember, you're a human in this reality and you have multiple other realities. This is not the only reality there is. So even if you were dead in this reality, it's not the end of your life, and life goes on and you will keep evolving. So in that space, understanding that, yeah, you can absolutely choose to, play the survivalist game. There's nothing wrong with that. What I caution you, though, is to do it in the space of fear. Because when we're in the space of fear, whatever we bring more energy to, we are telling the universe to give us more of that. So if we're doing things for fear, then we manifest more things to cause us to be in fear. That's kind of how the quantum works. So it's okay to focus on your new reality, and at the same time, as long as you are energy neutral, as long as you are emotionally neutral, you could choose to say, well, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to, do the survival game. I'm not, 100% conscious. I mean, most people I'm talking to right now are not going to say they're 100% conscious, right? So I have no guarantee of what the future is going to hold. And if the future holds some sort of dystopian, everyone toting guns and hurting each other, which I highly doubt, but it's possible, yeah, then I wish to play this game, and I'm going to prepare for that reality. And that's okay. As long as you go into that with that intention of, this is curious, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to see how that is, without the, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that, what am I going to do this, and have, like in that tension, yeah, then I would say it's probably not the best place to be energetically, right? Because then I can't rely on you for help, to help us co-create that future we do desire. So the message here is to be able to take responsibility for your own energy and your own state of being and resonate that peace and joy and stillness as much as you can. And if you don't know my stillness on the fly method and you would like to learn that, I'll put that next to or close to this video so you can go to and do that free class and download that free meditation to help you get into that space. And feel free to share that with as many people, as you want. It's completely free, and I think it's really, really important that people have a way of doing that on a regular basis. So again, the great news is that our light scores are increasing despite whatever you see on the news. And when that hits 80 and stays above 80, okay, the reality is shifting. And do we need to go through more trauma? Maybe, maybe not. I can't know for sure. All I know is that that's very, very good news out there, is we are almost there. Because when we get higher and higher in light levels, things can magically shift right away. Our reality can magically shift. And those that are struggling to maintain power and trying to manipulate people to maintain power, there's not much else they can do except, again, try to manipulate our fears and that kind of thing. But it's kind of a losing battle. And I don't even see it as a battle. I see it as an inclusive thing. I am including them in the love. I'm including them, I call them the pyramids of power, including them in the healing. And so we can all heal and all be one. And, I know a lot of people are talking about racism and what's racist and what's what, and we should do this and we have this. And many people are tackling this from the surface, putting this rule in place, putting that rule in place, and, all sorts of actions, outer world actions. And honestly, I don't feel that is where we need to put our focus on. The reason people are racist, the real reason, the foundational reason, listen closely, is that we individually do not love ourselves fully. If we cannot love ourselves fully and accept ourselves fully with warts and all, okay, whatever is going on, with all the trauma, with every mistake we've made, if we cannot love ourselves fully, it is impossible for us to love another fully. So it's not about race, really. Think about it. If everyone really loved and honored themselves fully, we would respect each other, no matter what color or shape or size or whatever we are. When we don't, what happens is we project our stuff out there onto something or someone else, and we blame that out there. So you heard it from me. And I just wanted to, just spend a few minutes talking about that because that's maybe on your mind. So a couple of announcements for this week. And number one, on Monday's show, it's the first Monday of the month, so it is the Ask the Lifewave Doctor show on Light Warrior Radio. I will have my guest, my regular monthly guest, Dr. Dennis Lobstein, with me, and we are going to do a show on spiritual manifestation and how to use patches, LifeWave phototherapy patches, and specific acupuncture points to help elevate your abilities to manifest the more desired income. And he's going to teach us how to have a Tesla effect. Okay, and he'll explain that on Monday, but basically it's pretty cool technology. And we're repeating this show, but we're doing it live. This show had to be one of our most popular LifeWave shows ever. A lot of people watch this, so if you can be on there live, if you have a LifeWave question, it doesn't have to do with manifesting or doing a Tesla coil or anything like that. If you have a question, please feel free to join us live at 12 noon on Monday through the chat or through the phone, and we can answer your LifeWave questions. Okay. All right. Now, the second announcement is that if you are on Facebook and you have not already joined the Evolutionary Healer Book Pre-Launch Collective, okay, it's a Facebook group that's private. We are going to be very, very soon starting twice weekly, healings, group meditations, readings, that kind of thing. There's 18 of us healers. And mine's coming up soon. So to join the Facebook group, check out the link that's going to be next to this video. And excuse the mowing sound in case you hear that. My husband's mowing outside. So if you join the group, you will be able to participate in those Facebook Lives. And I do want you to save the date, okay? A very special date, September 10th of this year is going to be the launch of the Evolutionary Healer book, and I am one of the authors, and I'm super excited to be in it. Also, some of my good friends are also in it, Nicole Thibodeau, as well as Gwen Leopard. It's going to be are going to be in the book as well. So we would love to get that message out there, you know, spreading the love and the light. Would love your support on that. So put in your calendar September 10th to buy the book then on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, so we can get, well, Amazon preferably, so we can get, you know, that bestseller status, so we can get that message out there about love, about light. I'm super excited about this book launch, so please save the date. I would love that. And the last announcement for today is that if you hadn't seen that email, or if you're not on my email list, the other day, June 30th, was my mother's birthday, and she is a highly sensitive soul and one of my heroes, really. She's an amazing earth angel. And I wanted to honor her on her birthday, and I, you know, woke up with an idea that, you know, my Sensitive Soul SOS program is really a foundational program to help highly sensitive people be able to, you know, connect to source, align, you know, with their inner wisdom, to be able to clear negative, unwanted energies in 6 or 7 different ways, and then create a personalized prescription based on their lifestyle and what's going on in their environments, so they can go forward thriving in their everyday life and be joyful and fulfill their mission. So that SOS program is a foundational program that I created. And so I thought, I'm going to give a coupon to celebrate my mom's birthday. So the coupon code is MOM50, MOM50. And there are 100 uses of the coupon, and I don't know what number we are now. I know several, you know, a bunch of people have already taken advantage of the coupon, but it's $50 off. So normally the program's $147, and now it's $97. So we took $50 off in celebration of my mom's birthday. So I'm not really sure when this coupon is going to run out, but if, in case you don't have the program, you're highly sensitive and you would like some results right now, today, to manage your sensitivity symptoms, then I would highly recommend you take this coupon and get a copy of the Sensitive Soul SOS program, which includes 3 recorded video modules and 3 audio recordings as well to walk you through, so you can, and do some healing, so you can be more peaceful, purposeful, positive, and more present, you know, in your everyday life. So that's my gift to you to celebrate my mom, and I just want to let you know it's there. And if you know any highly sensitive people who might be interested, feel free to, you know, give them the coupon as well. All right. So that's this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to speaking with you next time. Bye for now.